Alright, so in this video I'm going to give you my favorite mobility exercise. Mobility means helps you move better. My favorite mobility exercise as a 40-year-old. So classically, being a former athlete, I have a lot of hip tightness and don't have nearly the hip movement that I had 20 years ago as an athlete, and also a ton of shoulder pain, especially if I'm doing a dip, an overhead press, or a bench press or anything like that. And I've been working on this exercise now for a year. I'll give you where I got it from here in a second, but I want to show it to you first. So this is really good if you have tight hips and also any sort of shoulder impingement, rotator cuff problems, anything like that. And here's the exercise. You're going to put your hands behind you about shoulder width apart, fingers facing the opposite direction. And then what you're going to do is slide forward, slide your hips forward to extend your shoulders. So this is flexion. It's called extension. So you want to start here, fingers facing the opposite direction, hands flat on the floor. Slide your bottom away from your hands. Relatively good posture. Try to keep your shoulders down. Don't let them sag up like this. Shoulders down. Feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. Once again, you're going to start with your feet flat on the ground. Then you're going to take your knees to the right as far as you can, and then over to the left. And when I did this about a year ago, I was really limited. So I'm not the most flexible person in the world, but this is a huge improvement for me. And again, I've been doing this for about a year, so a lot of work. Great, and that's it. It's just 3 times each way, really simple. Again, this is great if you have, if you're in your maybe mid-30s up through your mid-50s, and you're starting to have some hip arthritis, hip tightness, maybe some groin pain, or pain in your rear. This can help you with that, specifically on helping you move better and move more. I found it to be great. I used to have a lot of hip problems first couple steps in the morning, and that's pretty much gone. I don't have any of that. Or if I would do like any sort of leg movement, like a leg press or squat or anything like that, deadlift, the next day I would always have some hip pain. That's gone. The other thing, also with running or anything like that, no pain the day after, now that I've been doing this exercise. And it's just 3 times each way, once a day, pretty simple. Shoulder, I'll show you in another video now how I can do a full dip. I wouldn't even touch dips in the past. That's where you're on a bar and you're going down as far as you can and back up. Shoulder press, I had a lot of trouble doing full range of motion. Now I can do that no problems without any of that rotator cuff tightness, that shoulder muscle that's right here. If you ever get that soreness, it's called rotator cuff impingement. That's gone for me. Same thing with any sort of overhead shoulder movement. So hope you like that exercise. By the way, I wanted to tell you where I got that exercise from, as I promised in the beginning of this video. About a year ago, I was listening to Tim Ferris podcast, and they had Coach Sommer on there, who was with the United States Gymnastics team for 40 years. I believe he just retired from that, but he created a company called Gymnastics Bodies, and I've done their first 2 programs, which are the most basic. I think it's called Foundation and Fundamentals. I might have those flip-flopped, but nonetheless, I've been doing that program. That's where I got this exercise from, so it wasn't original. I didn't create it, but I have done it, and I wanted to share it with you because it makes me feel great as a 40-year-old, and I know I'll never be 18 again, but at least makes me feel younger, and I'm able to do the movements that I want to do. So hopefully this helps you out. If it did, hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment below. Any requests of anything that you want me to cover in a future video, just scroll down below, leave a comment. If you do it and it helps you out, again, I'd love to hear from you. Or if you didn't like it, you can always leave a thumbs down as well. If you want more videos just like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.